Cullen Gray. Cullen Gray, actor who was often cast as an understanding girlfriend or a steadfast wife in film noirs of the 1940s and 50s, such as Kiss of the Dead and The Killing. In fact, Gray with her pretty features, slightly pointed nose and wide eyes, was often the only ethical or innocent element in the dark, doom-laden crime dramas. In Case of Death, 1947, she is the understanding girlfriend of an ex-con Victor Mature, helping him to make a new life. In Nightmare Alley, 1947, she is a steadfast wife and partner of Stan, Tyrone Power, in a carnival mind-reading act whose big scene comes when she warns him not to go against God. As the head nurse in the hospital in the Sleeping City 1950, she gains sympathy despite her involvement in illegal drugs and murder, and in Kansas City Confidential 1952, she is a corrupt cop's law student daughter who brings romance into the life of a man, John Payne, unjustly accused of a robbery. Most famously, however, in Stanley Kubrick's The Killing 1956, she is the faithful girlfriend of a criminal who waited 5 years for him to be released from prison and who gets drawn reluctantly into a heist. Gray was born Doris Johnson in Staplehurst, Nebraska, of strict Lutheran Danish parents, Arthur and Anna, and moved with her family to a farm in Minnesota as a child. Later, she studied drama at Hamline University in Minnesota, graduating with a Bachelor of Arts degree before moving to California. Colleen Gray, actor, born 23 October 1922, died on 3 August 2015. Marisol Robert Hardy. Robert Hardy, who was died aged 91, was one of the most instantly recognizable and authoritative actors of the past half-century on television, especially in the role of Winston Churchill, whom he played in at least 8 incarnations, and as Siegfried Warnen, the senior wit in the long-running BBC series All Creatures Great and Small, based on the semi-autobiographical novels of James Herriot. Leading actors have often become associated with living characters: Michael Sheen with Tony Blair, for instance, or Meryl Streep with Margaret Thatcher, but Hardy relished the challenge of playing a historical figment, someone already lost in his own mythology, though he did not happen to know, and became a personal friend of Harriet's veterinary college, the eccentric Donald Sinclair, the acknowledged basis and inspiration of Vernon's character. Robert Hardy, actor, born on 29 October 1925, died on 3 August 2071. Annette Charles, who played Resi dancer Cha-Cha Di Gregorio, died on 3 August at her home in Los Angeles. The brunette beauty was 63 years old and had been suffering from cancer after being diagnosed a few months ago. A representative for the actress confirmed to TMZ that she died from complications relating to the disease. Cha-Cha was the girl who stole Danny Zuko from Sandy on the dance floor during the school dance and was the on-off girlfriend of William's Craterface. Her headgear was one of the film's most memorable dance moves. In the iconic film, she was referred to as the best dancer at St. Bernadette's with the worst reputation. Before her role in Grease, Annette had a highly successful television career, appearing in several long-running series in the 1970s, including Emergency, Barnaby Jones, and The Bionic Woman. After retiring from acting in 1978, she became a speech professor and taught at the California State University in Northridge. Christopher Hibbett. The actor Christopher Hibbett, who has died aged 80, directed for the theatre in Britain and America, and is probably best remembered as the inept, dress-wearing stage director Roger Debris in Mel Brooks' directorial debut, The Producers, 1968. Hewitt was born in Worthing, Sussex, to an army officer father and an Irish mother who was descended from the 19th century politician Daniel O'Connell. Aged 7, he played an Indian prince in a Dublin production of A Midsummer's Night Dream. Following a Jesuit education and wartime Royal Air Force service, his theatrical grounding came with 2 years in repertory at the Oxford Playhouse, working with, among others, Michael Campson and playwright Christopher Fry. Hewitt's inclination was for musicals and light comedies, and his earliest Western work included The Merry Widow, 1943, and Kiss Me, Kate, 1952. Hewitt's most successful television role came in 1985 when he was cast in the title role of Mr. Bill Burder as a ministerial butler. The family sitcom, with its mix of heavy moralizing and courtesy family interplay, proved highly popular in re-Edgenite America and ran until 1990. Christopher Hewitt, actor and director, was born on April 5, 1921, and he died on August 3, 2000.